Hello there, how are you? Hopefully well and enjoying the new year. Now, this is one of those videos that no one ever wants to make, but because I do YouTube for a living, and you guys are effectively my boss, in a sense, I have a bit of an obligation to make this, just so that everyone knows what's going on. But don't worry, there's no, massive controversy. I'm not about to tell you I need to be transparent and come forward with my transgressions and apologize for my foul doing and all that kind of stuff, no. This is far more personal, so for the past couple of months, and even going into 2 years now, my mum has been very unwell. She had a heart attack about 2 years ago, and everything related to her health has gone far more downhill since the heart attack, but even then, she had prior health issues before that. She's struggled quite a bit with health for a few years now, and as of very early morning New Year's Eve, my mum passed away. Now, this is a very big thing, yes. It's a lot to take in, it's a lot to deal with. I'll be heading back to my hometown where she was still living. Very small, outback Australia, country residence kind of place. About 10 streets, maybe a population of a couple thousand. A lot of property managers, a lot of livestock people out there who live out on, effectively farms. Very, very country. But I'll be heading back out there to kind of handle all the legal matters and things like that. On the 4th of January, which is Australia time, so for some of you it might be the 3rd, couple of days. I'll be gone until roughly the 10th, somewhere around there, the 9th, 10th, about a week. I just wanted to give a heads up in case, things go a little bit quiet for a while, because, I'm not only dealing with a pretty heavy blow, but there's a lot of things I need to sort out as well regarding, I've never handled a will and things like that before, or dealt with things like this. There's always someone else who does that, Whenever you think about someone passing, you think, well, someone else gets to deal with all the messy bits. And while I do have a lot of help, and I don't think I'm the sole person in charge of all of that, there's a lot of other people helping out, a lot of friends and family that are doing an amazing job. It's just, I do have my part to play, and I'm going to have to go and do that. As well as just, grieve and, deal with everything that's going on. But she's been, as I said originally, unwell for a while, and this isn't a shock thing. This isn't one of those, you wake up one day and your whole world's turned upside down. This has been a slow decline for a while, and I liken it in my mind to kind of like seeing a grandparent or an older person slowly go downhill health-wise until, you know already. You've already made peace with everything. You've already come to terms with what reality is doing, and it doesn't make it any easier to deal with necessarily, especially, the closer you are to the person, the more damage it does, but it makes it a little bit more comforting knowing that it's not a spur-of-the-moment thing, that she was able to, carry on for a while, and we got to have more conversations and spend more time talking about things before the gradual decline. But that's all this really is. If you're confused as to why the image on screen is what it is, it just goes back to childhood. My mum, I'm a single child, for anyone who didn't know. I'm a single child. My parents divorced when I was still pretty little. Good relationships all around. I speak to my dad and all that kind of stuff, but I grew up single child with, single parent, and my mum was, for many early years, one of my best friends, and we played games together all the time. My Super Nintendo was my first gaming console I ever had, and we played like all the Donkey Kong Country games. Eventually moving on to my N64, we played Banjo-Kazooie, and she would, play with me, and we'd take turns passing the controller off and stuff like that. We used to play DKC, and when, I would control, either DK or Kiddy Kong, and she always played Dixie, which later on I realized she really got the better end of that deal, because that's a way better character for those games. But if one of those images is on screen and has been for the video, that's why. It's just, I want to find an appropriate image that kind of encapsulates my thoughts on the whole thing, and a little slice of my history kind of thing, my past, to kind of see this off. This video won't stay here, long term. I'm going to leave it up for as long as it needs to be, while I'm gone. When I come back, if I'm still, kind of not releasing videos very regularly, I'll leave it here just so people can find it. and direct people towards it if they're wondering why things are a bit more quiet, especially around, you know, the Discord and places like that, because I talk in the Discord a fair bit. I answer a lot of messages, but if I don't respond to someone, I apologize. There's a lot of stuff to do right now. But also, when I am ready to, like, you know, move on kind of thing and let everything move forward, I'll remove this video. I don't want to just leave it here as a nasty reminder of bad times kind of thing. I'd rather it just be a temporary thing to let people know what the deals are. I do have videos that I've already pre-recorded, as well as some other ones that, you know, are in the shop already, so to speak, and I'm in the process of releasing them, so don't worry, I'm not exactly forcing myself through any of this. If videos get released, or if I do anything that might seem out of the ordinary, don't worry whatsoever. I've got family and friends and stuff talking to me all the time, and, you know, I'm not being silly about it if anyone's worried, because I know some people out there, they get worried when people don't grieve properly or haven't experienced loss. I've experienced loss before, don't worry. I'm pretty accustomed to, not things exactly like this, but I'm accustomed to, you know, bad hands being dealt out and how to deal with them moving forward. So, you know, it might seem out of place or out of pocket that this video comes out and then straight after it's another high energy, happy Beals doing a fun run in a game or doing something. It's probably been recorded before this video goes out, so don't stress about that at all. Just enjoy the video for what it is when they come out. And yeah, I don't think there's too much else to say besides I'll be gone for a week, so don't expect too much to go out then. I wanted to get more videos ready to release while I'm gone, but I have a limited amount and it would require me to record new ones, and I don't know if it's the best idea to try and record as I am right now. I think it would be pretty sad. Pretty sad trying to do videos and sound like my normal self. You know, doing all of that to make new things so that you guys have something to watch while I'm gone. And it's not that I'm pushing myself to work because, you know, I feel like I need to. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy making videos, and it makes me happy to, you know, record something, have something funny happen, talk to the audience. You know, I like mumbling to myself, to an imaginary person who's listening to me. So it's not like I'm not coping, so to speak. It's that making videos is something that I enjoy. So it's like a comfort place. So if you do see videos that seem a little bit out of place, it's just me doing what I do, man. I just do what I enjoy. But yeah, that's really all there is to it. I'm sorry that this was dragged out a little bit. Just a few things to get off the chest and some information to let you guys know about. So with all that said and done, you know, I know you haven't enjoyed it. There's no reason saying that, but I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.